Now let me tell you the backstory, including a rather contentious bill that there is someone now who's emerging as the person who's calling the shots at the moment. Today I want to put a straight question on straight bat. Who is India's Neta number 2? Who is the second most powerful person in the Modi-led NDA government? And I use the word NDA very deliberately. You see, Modi ji, despite what happened in the general elections, remains Neta number 1, three-time Prime Minister. Who else? For you could argue that for long, Amit Shah has been Neta number 2. Despite being downsized by the election results. But the fact is that there is someone now who's emerging as the person who's calling the shots at the moment. Which is why I'm going to suggest that at the moment, firmly in that number 2 position is Chandrababu Naidu, the Andhra Pradesh chief. As we've seen just in this week's union budget, Mr. Naidu has ensured an bonanza for his state of Andhra Pradesh. Simple reason, he has the power of numbers. His 16 MPs at the moment are literally worth their weight in gold. Sona. Had Narendra Modi got 272 plus seats on his own for the BJP, I don't think the Prime Minister would have cared much for Naidu. You certainly wouldn't have seen Mr. Naidu sitting next to the Prime Minister in all those photo shots. The fact is that Prime Minister Modi now needs Chandrababu Naidu more than ever, which is why all the photo ops have Chandrababu Naidu in front row. Now let me tell you the backstory. Narendra Modi and Chandrababu Naidu have shared an uneasy relationship in the past. In 2002, and this is sometimes forgotten, Chandrababu Naidu was among the netas who wanted Atal Bihari Vajpayee, then Prime Minister, to act against Mr. Modi in the aftermath of the 2002 Gujarat riots, calling for his resignation. He stepped back a bit, but the scars of that day when he called for his resignation have not been forgotten. In 2014, Mr. Naidu did tie up with a Modi-led BJP, but as the Prime Minister told a close aide at the time, I do not trust this man one bit. Prime Minister Modi told a very close aide of his in 2014. As it turned out, in 2018, Chandrababu Naidu quit the NDA in a huff over the failure of the government at the time to grant special status to Andhra Pradesh. In a speech that Mr. Naidu gave as part of the campaign, and then he was seen as a key part of the Mahagadbandhan as it was called, he called Prime Minister Modi a terrorist. That's right, those were the words that he was using against Prime Minister Modi at the time. Rewind now to last year. When I say last year, I mean rewind now to 2023. Mr. Naidu was in Delhi in the month of August to meet the BJP leadership to try and seal an alliance between the Telugu Desam and the BJP. But guess what? The BJP leadership kept him waiting. In fact, I remember meeting Mr. Naidu at the time and he was hopeful of getting a meeting with Home Minister Amit Shah. When he finally did meet the Home Minister last August, Mr. Shah refused to give him a firm commitment that he would seal an alliance. It was only in December, my friends, last year, when Chandrababu Naidu had come out of jail, he had been jailed by Jagan Mohan Reddy, that the BJP decided to start the formal dialogue for an alliance. To some extent, that process was facilitated by actor turned politician Pawan Kalyan. Today, of course, Chandrababu Naidu is the key alliance partner holding this NDA government together in a way. He's got 16 MPs and he could put the government in trouble if he ever pulled down. Truth of the matter is, Mr. Naidu is not keen to bring down this Modi government. Even if, as I am told, the opposition offers him prime ministership, which was the buzz when this government was being formed. You see, Chandrababu Naidu has decided for the next few years he wants to base himself fully in Andhra Pradesh, wants to extract the maximum pound of flesh from the Modi government. Why 2 years? Because, my friends, these are the 2 years now that Prime Minister Modi is possibly at the most vulnerable that he has been in years. If the Prime Minister is able to ride these 2 years safely, then Mr. Modi knows he's secure till 2029. It's the spate of state elections and the rumblings in his party in the next 2 years which are going to be critical for his future. Which is why Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, who's a very astute politician, has decided to strike now. At the moment, Mr. Naidu knows he's like a blue chip stock that the Modi government has to have in their portfolio. And Mr. Naidu, like a good stockholder, knows how to leverage his position. That's why Chandrababu Naidu did not bargain hard for any lucrative ministries. He didn't even want the Lok Sabha speaker's post. What he wants and what he is getting is monies for Andhra Pradesh, especially for his dream capital of Amravati. You see, the fear that Mr. Naidu and many allies of the BJP have at the moment is what is best called as the use and throw politics of the Modi regime. A good example and a recent example of that is actually that of Jagan Reddy, Naidu's predecessor as Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister and his great rival in the state. Only a year ago, when, as I said, Mr. Naidu was struggling to get even an appointment with the BJP leadership, Jagan Reddy had virtually open access to 7 Lok Kalyan Marg, the Prime Minister's residence. Jagan Reddy's YSRCP had at the time and still has as many as 11 Rajya Sabha MPs, worth their weight in silver if not gold. The BJP needed these 11 MPs at the time to ensure that all bills could be smoothly passed in the Rajya Sabha, including a rather contentious bill that greatly reduced the powers of the Arvind Kejriwal-led Aam Aadmi Party Delhi government. In 2023, Modi and indeed Amit Shah needed Jagan Reddy. But only this week, when Mr. Jagan Reddy was in Delhi and sought an appointment to meet the Prime Minister and the Home Minister to protest against the attacks that are taking place on his workers in Andhra, for which he blames the Telugu Desam, Jagan Reddy wasn't given an audience. That's how quickly, my friends, politics turns in this country. Which is why I believe that Chandrababu Naidu at the moment is playing for the short term for these 2 years to secure his financial position, his political position in Andhra Pradesh. He is what I call a Purana Khiladi, an old player. Someone who entered politics way back in the early 1980s, was originally with the Congress, then shifted along with his father-in-law, N.T. Ramarao, became part of the Telugu Desam, was a prime organizer of the party, eventually then split away from NTR and became Chief Minister for the first time in 1996. Chandrababu Naidu is someone who knows what alliance building is all about. He is someone who has worked with several governments, from Devagowda to Vajpayee to now Modi. He is not the kind of leader who says too much and reveals his cards too early. He has friends in all parties. He is a well-networked leader, but he is also someone who knows when to strike and when to pull back. And it is that quality perhaps that ensured that Union Budget 2024, which is why Union Budget 2024 was not so much a union budget, but it was a budget to keep Chandrababu Naidu and of course Nitish Kumar as well in good humor. It was, as some suggested the other day, a budget which clearly shows the power shift that is gradually taking place in Indian politics. And it's a power shift that has ensured that Chandrababu Naidu is indeed at the moment arguably the second most powerful person in government. Think about it. That was the straight back. Do of course subscribe to my YouTube channel for many more such videos. For now, stay well, stay safe. Jai Hind, Namaskar.